Alright, in this presentation we'll go over our time management and neatness tool that we've created. And our kind of slogan is it's a convenient way to organize your work. And it's by us, Team Rocket, myself, Rick Mueller, Nina Zhu, and Tyler Woodbury. So first we'll go through the project description, kind of like what we're doing with this project, what the idea is. Our overall goal is to create an interactive way for college students to organize all their stuff. I mean, obviously, being in several classes, maybe being in a club or two, having other activities and things to remember. There's a lot, that people need to remember in college, and they kind of need a way to, prioritize and keep all of this going. There's a lot thrown at them. So our approach to this problem is using a visual tool similar to exactly as pictured here. Basically, we make a graph that shows all of your different tasks with the amount of time that they're going to take. So it's a lot easier to just look at this and say, okay, well, that CS 159 assignment is going to take 5 hours, while the engineering 132 is going to take 8. You should probably start the engineering when you have more time. Things like that. It makes it a lot easier to use and makes time managed faster. And it gives the user a visual. Like I said, it's a lot easier to see, that one thing is going to take longer than the other. And users can quickly assess, what things are going to take more time and what they can actually get done within a certain time. And it also lets them kind of plan ahead too. If you've got this large assignment that's going to take several hours, you might want to start that earlier when you have more time. And this is the navigation map for the overall GUI. I know it's a bit cluttered, but essentially we're saying that you can go from the title page here to any of the other GUIs. The title page is when you first launch it, you have the different links for the, this activity list, assignment list. Basically, all of those buttons will link to the appropriate GUI, and they can all go back and forth. We have navigation buttons for each. And this is the flow chart for the home page that I made. Effectively, you start at the home page, and then you can navigate to any of the buttons. It's really just several navigation buttons linking to other GUIs. There's not a whole lot else to the GUI, this one. But you can go to the add activity, add the assignment list, exit, see the citations, help, etc. And then this is the flow chart for the assignment list made by Nina. Essentially, you start at the the blank page with the the different boxes and things for you to enter. You click the Create New button, which allows you to create the first chart, which will show the graphs later. You enter the activity names one at a time and the time, and then you just kind of keep cycling through that until you're just done, and then at that point the graph will be up to date with the last thing you've entered, and each time you just hit the button to add, and then you just kind of keep going through that, and once you're at the point where you've entered everything, then you can view your graph right there. It does it immediately, and you can see how your layout looks. This is Tyler's GUI for the activity list. Effectively, it's almost the same GUI as the previous. It's just kind of a separate section for your activities, because a lot of people like to keep their extracurricular activities and homework separate, so this kind of allows them to do that. And as you can see, it's very similar layout as the previous. So now we'll go through the direct users' needs and how we address them. We had 3 direct users, Logan Harding, which is mine, Mallory Capistrain, which was Nina's, and Caitlin Ludwig, which was Tyler's. Logan wanted a way to organize his homework, just prioritize and kind of be able to add, subtract, so make it user-friendly. Which ours does basically address all that. You can organize your homework because, based on time, you can see what things are more important than others. It allows the user to prioritize things, obviously, by time, as you can see it visually. And the user can obviously, add things and, re-enter them if necessary using the text boxes. We don't have Mallory's data yet, and Kaylin wanted a faster way to prioritize tasks. Successful if it saves time, needs to be easy to use. And since the user kind of gets a visual of their task list, obviously prioritizing becomes a lot easier, and it definitely saves time because of that. And it's easy to use because all of our buttons are clearly labeled. It's pretty obvious where they're going, and the user can view the help page if they're ever confused. Moving on to the direct user's final thoughts. Logan thought that the the GUI was functional, practical, pretty easy to use. It was consistent, and he overall thought it was pretty well done and simple for the user to use, which is good. We haven't gotten any feedback from Mallory as of yet, and the direct user 3 thought that the GUI was very concise, user-friendly. The layout was very efficient, it's easy to use. And one suggestion she had was to maybe add some color and visual elements to make it more, kind of fun to use, a little bit easier on the eyes. And we actually have plans for this. We are probably going to make a GUI that allows the user to enter different themes, maybe select from a list rather, and they can, it applies that theme to all the pages, so it just kind of makes it a little bit more personal for the user. And in the next video, we will demonstrate the GUI and its functionality by Tyler. And that is it for this video. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, this is Team 22, and we are going to be doing our GUI, also known as our Time Management and Neatness Tool, or TMNT for short. So we'll start by opening up our main page, and this is what it looks like with the green background. On our left we have our assignment and activity list buttons, and on our right we have our citation page and help page. We'll start by opening up the citation page, and on here we have our citations that we used for the idea of our GUI, as well as kind of what our GUI would look like. From here we'll go to the help page, which displays helpful information that the user will need when they are navigating both the assignment list buttons and the activity list buttons. Now we'll go back to the main menu, and from here we will actually go into our assignment list and activity list to explain the functions of those. So we'll start with our assignment list, and this is the first of two of our main functioning GUIs. So to start this, the user will start by clicking the Create New button, which will make our axis appear where the user's data will appear. We'll start by entering our assignment name, because this GUI right here is going to be used for school-related assignments that the user needs. So let's say the user has a math assignment that will take them 30 minutes to do. We're going to enter 0.5 into completion time because our GUI is measured in hours. So once we do that, we can click Add, and as you see, the whole entire graph will turn blue. This is because there's only one assignment currently entered into the assignment list, so there's only one thing for the user to get done, which takes up all their time and all of the graph. But let's say we want to add something else. So besides this, we'll enter an English paper. So with this English paper, let's say that will take you 3 hours to complete. Once we hit Add again, as you see, the GUI will change, both the axis will change and the graph will change. The axis will always change to the task that will take the longest to complete for the user. Also, an add bonus of this GUI is that you can see the sum of the total hours it will take for you to finish the current task that you have entered into your GUI. And that's kind of the basic gist of how this GUI works. And from there we will move on to our Add Activity page. As you can see, our Add Activity page is very similar in look to our Add Assignment page, and it also functions very similar too. When you click Create New on the Activity page, the same access type thing pops up. But instead of entering your assignment names, we want this page to be served for out-of-school activities that students may be involved in. So let's say you have an intramural game that you want to put in to your schedule. You would enter intramural, and then let's say it's an hour-long game. So you would put 1, click the Add button, and once again the whole screen turns blue. Let's say besides the intramural games that you want to go out to eat. So you can say Eat, and let's say you're eating with a big group, so it'll take you about 2 hours. Once you click Add again, once again the graph changes to adjust for the max axis, and as you see, both the names of your events appear on the bottom along the x-axis. So with both of these in mind, that our GUI will help people just kind of figure out and plan their schedules and days around the different homework assignments they have to do, as well as their outside activities that they would like to complete. So when a user is done entering all their activities or all their assignments that they would like to do, they can simply click the exit button down here to exit out of their GUI.